hell am I doing? What's going on, guys? This is Ian from the Black Order coming at you with the Motivation Monday Vlog 2. I know last week we talked about being stuck in a rut and how to get out of it, and to basically be keeping your phone or your camera on you at all times and taking advantage of pretty much anything that comes up, any kind of little photo op, video op, anything like that. So this week we're going to talk about what are we going to talk about? So this week we're going to talk about professionalism. Now, professionalism is kind of a broad thing. Some people don't know where to really draw the line. I'm going to give you my perspective on it. You guys can let me know what you think, in the comments. I think about it this way. If you're going to pose as a professional, if you're going to call yourself a professional, if you're going to walk, talk, act, think, and bullshit people like you're a professional, then you need to act like one. There are certain things that you can and cannot engage with. There's a couple things that you need to not get involved with, at least in my opinion. A lot of bands that we see kind of don't follow these rules, which is clearly up to you. You can, if you want to. You don't have to. It's your band. You do whatever the hell you want. Or business or whatever you want to do. This is just our take. So, one thing that we as a band make sure we never discuss online is politics and religion. Those two things are probably the biggest no-nos, in our opinion, for being professional. Because with politics, people like what they like. You can't really change their mind too much. If they want to, they will. It's not up to you. Let them do that for themselves. Unless you're like a political band, if that's kind of your gimmick, don't. Just don't. Straight up, don't bring it in. It will only piss people off and probably push away some fans if you start spouting off random things. I don't mean things in your songs. That's one thing. If if you're sick of how the government acts, or see if you have some kind of a thing like that and you put it into a song, that's one thing. But if you sit here and you Democrat this, Republican that, and you post this stuff onto your regular business pages or your social media pages, I personally don't think it's a good idea because, like I said, it pushes certain people away, and people take that stuff really to heart. If you can leave it out, leave it out. If you're a political band, or if that's kind of your agenda, then go nuts. But for us, we pass. Second part, religion, it's a no-no. I know how I feel about it, and how I feel about it is important to me, and that's really it. How other people take to it, it's up to them. You do whatever you want. Kind of same thing with politics. Do whatever makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anybody else. We just always try to leave it out. Like I said, if it's in a song or something like that, that's one thing. Definitely should not be part of your social media posting on a regular basis. Again, these are my opinions. Those two things are probably two of the most important ones. Other ones are mutual respect and mutual non-engagement. Mutual respect is pretty basic. If somebody gives you a shout out, make sure you give them a shout out. If you're not doing a show and maybe your buddy's band is doing a show, give them support, share their post, go to their events and say that you're going, even though you live 2 states away or whatever it is. Gas your friends up. Hopefully they do it back to you. Even if they don't, do it anyways. Mutual non-engagement is not getting involved. Now, there's a lot of times where you'll see maybe particular arguments or people throwing a fit about something online, one of your friends' bands or something like that. Who knows what the situation may be? Might have been burned by a bad promoter. They might just be throwing a fit about, who knows? There are times to engage and there are times not to engage. More often than not, you should not engage. So stay out of it, because at the end of it, you're the one who's going to look bad. Probably not them, especially if you get in there and you start saying all types of crazy nonsense. All that will come back on you. I guarantee it. We have been in that position before, and it's not a fun one to be in. If you have no dog in the race, stay out of it. If there's a particular promoter or something like that that has burned a bunch of people in one particular area, including yourself or something like that, and you don't care at all about burning that bridge, go for it. Because at that point, if you don't care about the burning the bridge, then whatever, it's up in the air. Don't put your nose where it doesn't belong. Don't try to fight somebody else's fights. This is online. You know what I mean? This is the internet, and what you say lasts forever, and what you say can and will be used against you many, many, many years later. Always make sure to watch what you say, where you say it, what forums you're on. Always try to have respect for any groups that you're in, or people that you're dealing with, or your friends' bands, or anybody who is doing anything like that. Always make sure you have great respect for what they're trying to do. They're trying to do the same thing. You hope they're trying to do the same thing for you, and you want them to have great respect for what you're doing or what you're trying to do. So always make sure you're putting out what you're expecting to get back in. I know we're doing the Motivational Monday every Monday now, but real quick, I did have a couple people ask us a few questions on our Instagram story the other day, so we're going to try and answer some of these questions, if not all of them if we can, every Monday now in these videos. Owen Howard, he asked us, if I remember right, what got us into music or something of the sort. If I'm not correct on this, correct me. I know with me personally, growing up, originally being from New Jersey, my mom and my dad both played. My dad actually worked for Kramer Guitars when I was really little, so he built Kramers when I was a little kid. My mom played bass and guitar, so there were always guitars laying around the house. Me and my brother, we used to just lay them across our laps and do this. It was just kind of always there, and I just pretty much always had one in my hands, and I always wanted to be a guitar player. I'm still trying to be that, even now. So that's pretty much what it was. It's just the love for, making music and having something that resonates with myself and hopefully resonates with other people. Hopefully our songs resonate with other people as much as they do with us. I know they're not crazy masterpieces or anything like that, but hopefully people out there like them and they can relate to them in some kind of way. Not good at too much. This is kind of our bread and butter. This is pretty much the only thing we're actually kind of good at. We love making music. We love playing shows for all of you guys, and we want to keep doing that as much as we possibly can. So thanks, Owen. Always appreciate it. This guy is a huge supporter of the band too. So Owen Howard, big thanks to you. Another question that we got is from Jank Tunes. So you asked if I have anything in my signal chain before my amp. Actually, my signal chain is pretty simple, but I do keep, I think maybe 6 things or something like that in it. I don't use my effects loop, honestly. I just go straight into the amp's input. What I'm using currently, and what I've been using for a while now, is a Furman SPB 8 powered pedal board. And I believe from amp to guitar, it is a Boss NS2 noise suppressor, which is fine. I've been wanting to switch to something else for a while now, but it works great. It works great for me, so I have no problem with it. I've wanted to try the ISP decimator. I mean, I've tried it. I played it like a long time ago. I liked it, but it works fine for me, so I have no problems with it. So it's Boss NS2 into a Korg pitch black tuner, and then it is a Boss Harmonist pedal, which, in case you've ever seen us live or listened to a couple of the songs in the last record, you'll notice I get this crazy wah 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 wah, this crazy noise that comes out of this pedal. What it is, it's the S-bend feature on the pedal, so you can switch it to this S-bend feature and you can use it like an optical pedal. So when you're on it, it's on. When you're off, it's off. It just takes your signal and it literally just throws it in this crazy S. No matter what you play, it's just gonna sound like wah 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 wah. I like using it. That's really all I use it for. I don't use it for harmonizing or it's detuning or anything else. I just literally use it for that one effect. But it's awesome, and I love it. And you can do a lot of cool stuff with it too. So if you're into pitch shifting pedals and stuff like that, I mean, I'd really check one out because they're super cool. And then I'm using God, I feel like there's something else in there. Maybe not. And then I'm using a Morley Mark Tremonti Power Wah pedal, which is awesome. For me, it's awesome. I used Dunlop ones forever. I used the original ones. I used the Dimebag Crybaby from Hell. I used the 535Q for a while too. And then a couple of years ago, my girlfriend got me a Morley Power Wah, which is a great wah. The only complaint I ever had about it, the power switch is in the tip of the expression pedal, under your toes. So you click it on and off like that. With the Power Wah, the power button was secondary. You had to step on it, throttle it, and then step on it again to shut it off, which is kind of a pain in the ass when I'm trying to sing and stuff like that at the same time. But the Mark Tremonti Wah is basically the Power Wah with an optical pedal, which is sweet. It's really nice. I like it a lot. I know a few people who use it. Mine's got Dayglow yellow tape around it so I can see it in the dark when we play a bunch of shows where there's not adequate stage lighting, or maybe it's whatever, just too dark. I think it's awesome. It has a great sweep to it, and for me to be able to just step on it and then let it go, there's probably like a half a second delay when it shuts off or something like that, a little under a second for when once you let it go, once it goes all the way up. So you got to kind of get your timing to your solos or whatever down perfectly fine, but that's really about it. Aside from that, it's awesome. I love it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week's Motivation Monday. I want to say thank you guys to all of you for tuning in, checking them out. We're going to do these videos every single week. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments below in this video, and I will do my best to make sure they all get answered. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. Think about subscribing to our channel because we are really trying to do a lot, and we appreciate every single one of you guys that helps us out, subscribes, turn your bell notifications on so you make sure you get all the notifications for all the next videos, and thank you very much. We'll see you guys next time.